Thanks, Mr. Assistant Speaker. I rise tonight to express my support for two groups of workers in the Monaro electorate who over the last couple of weeks have been given reason to feel under threat, to feel less safe in their workplaces than they ought to be able to. In doing so, Mr. Speaker, I acknowledge that on any area of policy, particularly controversial areas of policies, people have a right to have a different view and they have a right to express that different view. And on any area of service, they also have a right to express dissatisfaction with that service. What they don't have a right to do is turn that into personal attacks or into actions which lead workers, people who are just doing their jobs, to feel threatened in doing those jobs. Now, the two areas that I'm talking about are an incident which occurred last Friday in Jindabyne, where a person who was campaigning against the culling of brumbies deposited a brumby's head in the foyer of the National Parks Service in Jindabyne. That action is absolutely disgusting. It is universally seen by everybody who sees it as being threatening to the people in that building, and it's one which cannot be condoned by any person, regardless of their views on the brumby cull which is currently underway, which I do recognise brings out very passionate emotions for many people. There are many people who love the brumbies and don't want to see them culled. I'm not one of those people, I'll say that up front. But regardless of your views, there is no reason to make the people who work at the National Parks Service feel threatened in the work that they're doing. They are going to their job and doing what's asked of them. The people who set the policy are not the people who are in that building doing that job. So I want to tell those workers that as their local member, they have my 100% support in the work they do. They deserve to feel safe. They are a very valued part of that community, and I know that the vast majority of that people in the community appreciate the work they do to preserve our wonderful national park and Kosciuszko National Park. The other group are the aged care workers who have been working in Cooma, of whom we've heard much in the last couple of weeks due to the tragic incident there involving Claire Nowlan. Again, people have a right to ask questions about the services and the standards of aged care. What they don't have a right to do is make that personal. And our aged care workers do a wonderful job. They often do it in trying circumstances. They often do it needing more resources. We all know that. And they need our support in doing that job. I know that they care deeply for the people who are in their care. Once again, we've heard reports in the last few weeks that people working in that sector have not felt as safe as they should in going about their work. To them as well, I say thank you for doing a difficult job and doing it to the best of your ability and with the resources that you have available. And as your local member, I 100% support you. To people who think that they should go outside those things, if I know who you are, I won't be talking to you. I'm happy to listen to people who are willing to present alternative views in a sensible way, in a constructive way, and in a way which doesn't seek to demonise the people who don't agree with you. Thanks very much, House, for listening.
I thank the member for Monaro.